Dave Garda here, live on the floor of the Philadelphia Convention Center at the World Congress of Disabilities, and with me is Mr. Jim Miller, who is the CEO and COO of a company that's attracting a lot of attention, a company called UrAssist. Thanks for joining us.
Good to be here.
You have got an interesting brochure. You've certainly targeted a certain market, of course, the 13 million people who are bladder control problems, incontinent. There's other demographics that are growing, but give us an idea first about the company, how it got into the business, and then where the target market is for you.
Actually, the way the product came about and the company came about is a gentleman by the name of Edgar Otto, who's chairman of the company. A number of years ago, Edgar was in the hospital and actually developed a bladder infection, a urinary tract infection, because of a catheter. Edgar started going through antibiotic therapies, and just through creativity, he's a serial entrepreneur, and he got thinking there must be a better way. If you don't need a catheter, why use one? So he started looking at the urinal and thought if there was some way to drain a urinal, because a typical urinal, when a male urinates into it, urinate one time and it needs to be drained because it splishes and spills out. So he came up with a pump device whereby a pump would remove the urine from the urinal, drain it, removing the moisture from him, and it was cleaner, no spillage, and just a little bit more sanitary.
Excellent. Give us an idea about the product you've got here today. A lot of people are looking at it. It's something that in this sector has a lot of uses. How does it work?
Very simply. It's a battery-operated device. It only weighs a little over 4 pounds. The way it would work is the person would have this product attached to their wheelchair. It attaches to the arm of a wheelchair or next to the bed. The way it works is it turns on, they open the front, the pump turns on. It would remove the collection cup. The person urinates into the cup. We have a cup for men and for women both. As the urine goes into the cup, the pump drains the urine from the cup, and then the urine gets contained in a large collection bag. Okay, it's a large capacity, about 1,100 cc's, enough for a full day's worth of urination. Compared to like a urinal, for example, you may urinate once or twice, and then you have to go dispel it, dump it someplace. With this, the person can go through the entire day or overnight, spill it when they're done. They can get about 4 urinations into the device.
Excellent. Now that we talked about the 13 million who are incontinent, obviously this is a product for them, but earlier we were talking about other markets that are probably, worth pursuing for this, because there's a lot of people that have other issues.
Correct. First of all, regarding the 13 million, with this product, the person needs to have some control over their bladder. There are varying types of incontinence. And with incontinence, we're looking for people who have urge incontinence, where they have sensation and some control for a few seconds. All right. There's also functional incontinence, which means the bladder may be fine, but functionally the body may not be able to ambulate to get to the bathroom in time. Those would be people, for example, with Parkinson's disease, debilitative arthritis, multiple sclerosis. The other intriguing thing is the application with this also works for the elderly. Elderly may not have a debilitative disease. They may have just natural aging. They have to get up more frequently in the middle of the night. This product actually attaches to the bedside, like I had mentioned, so Grandma and Grandpa can still lie in bed instead of having to get up and risk a slip and fall accident. The CDC just came out with an article on morbidity and mortality, where they're starting to see an increase in slip and fall accidents, an increase in mortality because of people falling, fracturing their hips. This product is application for these healthy elderly Americans who can just stay in bed, urinate, get up in the morning rather, and go ahead and just dump it out then. They mitigate the risk of any kind of getting up and falling in the middle of the night.
Which, of course, if you were mentioning earlier, break a hip, you had a statistic there about how many people die after breaking a hip.
Exactly right. 4.9% of elderly who fall and break a hip die within 30 days. And their mortality, from what I remember, within a year, 50% because of infection in the broken hip.
Fascinating statistic. Now, how do you distribute this unit? Is this something that people could order online? How do they get to the product if they want to buy it?
Actually, our business structure is such that we're going to be going through durable medical equipment distributors nationwide. We believe that you need to have local support for in-servicing, local support for supplies. If somebody is interested in this, we've established a network of durable medical equipment dealers nationwide. They can contact our company, and we'll get them in touch with a local distributor.
And your website is UrAssist.com, 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 and you're located where?
Located down in Southeast Florida, down in Boca Raton, Florida area.
Nice area to be located in.
Not a bad place to live.
And how's business going? How's the show been for you so far?
Very frankly, we just recently this week, in fact, we shipped product to the market. This is a startup company. We got our FDA clearance on the product in October. And this week we started shipping inventory to the distribution partners around the country. The reaction all summer has been phenomenal, and so far this morning the reaction here has been overwhelming. Tremendous response to the product, a lot of interest.
In the future, do you see yourself developing other products besides just this one?
That certainly is the plan. Preferred Medical Devices is the name of the company, purposely named because we look for products that bring value to people with limited to mobility situations. So our plan is, in fact, take this product. This product is being embraced in institutional markets, long-term care acute facilities, hospitals. We've got some product additions for this about a year away from now for the institutional market as well. But yeah, we've already got a few things in mind, kind of keep the company going for a few years.
Well, that's great. Well, congratulations, Jim Miller, CEO and COO of UrAssist, and it's at UrAssist.com to see it. Great to have you here, and thanks for being a sponsor of the webcast, by the way. World Congress on Disabilities webcast. I'm Dave Gardy for Internet TV channel for the community of people with disabilities, AT508. We'll be back from the Philadelphia